I remember the morning of 9/11 pretty vividly. You know, a lot of people wanted to do something and support and help, and one of the things that I thought that I could do best, or what I did best, was through music. So I came up with this idea of putting out a CD called Operation Rock the Troops. And my goal was to hand out 100,000 copies to our troops personally, just to say thank you for what they were doing for us.
This is when the JC All-Stars were born.
No other band or project was really doing what we were doing.
We needed to create that X factor and bring it.
For me, this tour means more than anything that I've ever physically, humanly possible have done. This is like the greatest accomplishment of my life. This isn't just my side job, this is who I am.
If you say I'm a team, I look at you guys as family.
You know, just the heartache, the breakups, it was pretty mind-boggling.
9 days before we left, my dad, my musical mentor, passed away.
Now we don't even know if we're gonna have a bass player for our tour. And this isn't what I thought would happen.
I packed a mini skirt and a cocktail dress and really big heels to walk around in mud.
No matter how hard touring is, from the wear and tear on our bodies, the limited sleep, the hectic travel schedules, to missing our own families and loved ones, none of it compared to what these troops are sacrificing.
The secret of success is to give before you receive. And after 6 world tours, one thing is clear. We're not gonna stop until our mission is complete. This is the only way we know how to give back. This song is for you.
A new way to think, a new way to see, a new way to understand the world in front of me, a new way to dream, a new way to trust, a new way of understanding you can come. New way to
The amazing part is after the shows is the interaction with our soldiers and our troops. Like even for that special little moment, it gives them a taste of home.
I mean, I was born to entertain. I was born to put on a show, and I was glad that I was doing this for someone that deserved it. But could I keep this going? I'm Matthew JC, the founder of Operation Rock the Troops, a 501c3 military nonprofit charity. Our mission is defined by 3 unique pillars to give back to our U.S. troops. Pillar 1, live entertainment. Pillar 2, music lessons both personal and online. And 3, the third pillar, is our annual music grant given to a U.S. troop or military group that uses music to enhance their community. It has been coming up now on 4 months since we had our last charity rock concert event, but a lot has happened in those 4 months where we were kind of called into action to help other military charities that needed help. We participated in a flag football charity tournament held at the AT&T Center, the home of the Dallas Cowboys, to help raise money for Operation Once in a Lifetime, another military charity. A group of the All-Stars, some volunteers, some staff members got together. We had some practices to try to get in shape as we finally took to the field and competed in this event to help raise money. We finished it off with a live event with the JC All-Stars where we were able to write a check and help out Operation Once in a Lifetime. Over the 4th of July holiday, we had an opportunity to travel up to Shepherd Air Force Base. You know, some of the military members weren't able to leave the base for the holiday, so we gave a couple days of free music lessons and a couple different performances at different locations to entertain the troops that were still stationed over the Independence Day holiday. Later this summer, we traveled to Wisconsin to help host a major charity golf event with the company Multistack that every year they donate to 2 military charities, and we were brought in to help be one of the long drive hole hosts for the tournament. We performed for them, which was really cool to meet these other military charities in a different part of the country, and it was a really cool experience. But we knew it was now time for us to set up what we're best at, and that's a big charity concert event. And we knew that there were a couple military charities back home that needed our attention, and we weren't gonna back down, we were ready to help them. But that's when, I guess, our plans took a little turn, because we were asked to head back out on tour, but this time we weren't gonna go out on tour with the JC All-Stars.
So one of the things I remember about Matthew JC is I found a dog tag thumb drive that he gives out to our troops on a buddy of mine's desk who's a combat wounded veteran, and the trifold pamphlet. And I looked up from the website, I contacted Matthew JC, and he proceeded to discuss me about Operation Rock the Troops and what they were all about.
I don't remember the exact day that it happened, but I remember getting a blocked phone call one day while I was at work, but something inside me said, this is the day that you answer this blocked phone call, and I did, and I'm glad that I did. I didn't really realize who was on the other phone. I mean, I knew he was a veteran because he told me, but when I hung up and I researched who he was, what he's done for our country, I was just amazed that he found out who we were because he found our dog tag thumb drive. It was really cool to know that he would reach out to me, but what was gonna happen next, that was gonna be even better.
So after talking with Matt, I set up a meeting between James, the lead guitarist of Vetted, and it wasn't long before we agreed that Matthew should come down to Houston and just look at where the band practices and does some of their playing, and also to meet with the guys and talk to them well about their the upcoming tour that's going to be taking place. One of the events, on the tour is going to be the USO at Fort Carson, and then also, of course, Westone, one of the proud sponsors of it.
I remember when I drove down to Houston and I was about to pull up to their facility that it kind of hit me that after 10 years of doing this and after finally being a nonprofit charity, that I was about to meet the group that I thought was the first real recipient of our music grants. I knew that we were already going to donate over $300 for their gas money that they needed for their upcoming tour, but I wanted to see if there was a place for us to join them on tour, connect more dots, and see where the synergy lied. But I was actually excited to see if they wanted to actually join us at our big charity event that we just started to plan. I mean, how cool would that be to have them perform with us on our stage as well as go on tour with them? It was kind of cool.
My name is James Greenlee. I got out of the Marine Corps as a Lance Corporal. I did all my deploying with 2nd Battalion 8th Marines from 2005 to 2012. Vetted kind of represents a special opportunity for me. It's the first band I've ever been in, so it's an opportunity for me to fulfill a dream of being able to play music on stage and for other people. But it's also allows me the opportunity to give back. When I got out, there was a lot of problems trying to get out, dealing with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, different chronic body injuries that you deal with coming out, and the transition was difficult. So after finally getting back on my feet, I really wanted to give back, but I didn't really know where to give back at. So the band has given me opportunity to not only have a personal goal and success, but also to give it back. It's kind of one of the biggest struggles, but also one of the biggest benefits is getting out there and talking about things and exposing yourself to these soldiers, these Marines, these sailors on a very deep and personal level is not something that we're very comfortable doing. It's something that we've had to grow into and practice into. But putting all that out there and then having them respond in kind and kind of bearing their soul to you and seeing somebody who's in the position you were in 4, 5, 6, 10 years ago, however long it may be, it really sucks because you care for these guys, you know what they've been through, and the last thing you want is anybody to deal with the pain or the the difficulties that you had to deal with. So it's very healing in a way for us to be able to connect, but at the same time it's almost a constant redredging of emotions and stuff, and even things that you've gone that you feel like you've gone over, you know, come back and then can gain some emotional ground.
I was glad that Vetted asked JC to join the band on tour. The plan was to leave from Dallas, drive to Amarillo, meet up with the guys, kind of talk, maybe grab a little bite to eat, and then we'd head up to Fort Carson to play at the USO.
Paul had an injury during a jump where he broke his leg and had to have surgery. So Paul had like a physical ailment to relearning the drums and how he went about stuff and kind of having to compensate for certain stuff. Biggest thing I know that I have to deal with on a regular basis would be the memory issues. So like before I went to Afghanistan, I couldn't play everything, but I knew albums worth of Metallica songs and rhythm parts and lead parts and solos and all kinds of stuff. And I could play different stuff for hours. But then after I got back from Afghanistan, it's like I came back for, you know, going 7-8 months without playing isn't very helpful for your ability anyway. But after that, it was just, it's been hard to remember, I guess, maintain, to remember the songs. So, I mean, if I don't play them, if I don't play something consistently, then it just kind of,
Back on the road. Vetted show today starts at 11 a.m. at the USO. It's pretty awesome being on the road with these guys. They have some powerful messages that they want to share with some guys, and it's an honor to be here with them, but now it's game face. It's time to rock. See you on the stage.
We're gonna be playing some music for these guys here at the USO, bringing as many troops as we can to come and listen to our message about resiliency and how PTSD affects us, and you know what we do to get over the adversities we've had to overcome. Fort Carson here at the USO is important to me. I served out of Afghanistan from this post, my first deployment. My second deployment is at Fort Wainwright in Alaska. And you know, to be here with this band and the same focus of resiliency and the prevention of suicide among our group, which is so small but the rate's so high, you know, we give all of our time to bring the message to facilities like this that house our wounded, that house our active duty troops, and let them know that, you know, there is hope on the other side.
Basically what we end up trying to talk about is resiliency training, you know, it's like talking about PTSD awareness, suicide prevention, which is big right now. Obviously, we're losing 22 veterans a day.
We're trying to beat that. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to
save lives, you know?
Right. We're trying to show that our family, our brothers and sisters, that just because your ID card expires or you EAS or whatever, life doesn't stop. It doesn't just, it's not over. You know, you can do whatever you want. Just do it and be the best at it. So that's what we're trying to, I mean, if we can get out of the military or a firehouse and literally come out here and play music on the road for everybody, then why can't you?
Disability is not a stopping point in life. You know, a lot of guys get that talk right before I got medically retired. They sat me down and go, look, you got to get out. I'm 15 years, I'm like going, he says 17 years, and we get told you can't do your job no more. We're like, what do you do when you step outside? You're like, dude, I've been doing this for 15 years. What am I gonna do now?
Yeah, right. For 15, 17 years, you've been putting on the same uniform, doing the same thing.
You go home and yeah. So, you know, we talk about that. Transition is a big deal.
I tried to fit in, but I tried to fit in my old ways, what I did for 17 years. And that's just not how, like, you just can't acclimate to that. Sure. So, you know, I had to change the way I think, change how, just change how things were. And, you know, I had to wake up in the morning and figure out what color shorts I'm gonna wear today, you know, and I'm gonna wear flip-flops or tennis shoes.
Although it may seem simple,
like difficult. Like it's, you know, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment. After 17 years of your life, when you're waking up and you're going, what am I gonna do today?
Music's just a vehicle that we travel in to help to kind of connect with anybody that we can. It's our tools in our toolbox that we use. We strip it all down. We are a band. We are musicians, you know, and this is what we do for a living. But aside from that, we are veterans as well, and we are here to help stay organized.
But as you said so eloquently, music is universal. It appeals to everybody. Sometimes the transition could be painting, sometimes artistry, but music lifts everybody up. To have a strong message of veterans there saying, hey, it's okay. I've been in this situation. It's a brotherhood in the military.
Oh, yeah.
And it's important to make sure that we articulate to them that there's hope out there.
Right.
And to have that message on our stage is exactly what we do.
My name is Jared. I'm the bass player for Vetted.
My name is James, and I play lead guitar and cowbell for Vetted.
My name is Paul, and I'm the drummer for Vetted.
My name is Shannon, and I'm the lead vocalist and rhythm guitar player for Vetted. What I love about doing this, not setting up, but performing, is being able to be a part of these soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen life, and being able to tell our story, them to hear our music, and hopefully create some sort of hope in their life and keep it there.
Give a round of applause for Stephen Jackal, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, the band you're about to listen to is Vetted. They're dear to my heart. They use music to help heal, and it works.
Okay, so guys, on behalf of the USO, this is for you, okay? Please know, coining is of course you know what coining is. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that. We've got some swag for you to take back to Texas, okay?
What was really cool about that first show at Fort Carson's at the USO was I had a chance to talk to the director of that branch of the USO. And for the first time, instead of just telling other friends and veterans that I would meet locally about our 3 pillars with Operation Rock the Troops, it was really cool to see how he was like, wow, you're doing what? Oh my God, that would be great to bring that in here. The troops totally need this. They even ask about stuff like that with the music lessons and the live shows, like what's coming up. And it was really cool because I don't know if that director realized that I was also a performer. So it was cool to see his reaction when I finally got to take to the stage and also perform for the troops there at Fort Carson's.
We encountered an IED, my second deployment to Afghanistan, with the unit from Alaska. And upon that day, that was August 23rd, 2011. So this month has a sentimental feeling for me for what I've been through and when I got blown up this month. They called it our live day, but so our vehicle, we were doing route clearance and we rolled over a culvert, and they initiated an IED on us. It sent our vehicle airborne. Upon gaining consciousness, realized that my gunner and my dismount were both pinned in the vehicle. The IED had pierced the vehicle between the 3 of us, so I'm sitting in the rear of the vehicle, and my dismount is at a 45 and arm reach for me, and then my gunner's at a 90 to me. And the only thing I could think of, is like, we had a pretty catastrophic hit. Both my legs were broke, so what ended up happening was there was 50 cal rounds cooking off inside the vehicle, and I'm calling up to hire to coordinate medevac to let them know that what the injuries were in the vehicle that I could tell. So they started clearing to us. By the time they got to us, though, fire had broken out inside the vehicle, and with my gunner pinned and my dismount pinned, I ended up having to use my leg to put out the fire. It felt like a 5-minute conversation with God, but I'm pretty sure it was only a few seconds. And I was ready to go, but the guys, they, for some reason, I needed to be able to keep them alive, and which is why I was used to be able to be used as a vessel to put the fire out. So, consequently, put the fire out, made it to the rear of the vehicle, then had to stand up on my feet that had broke, and then the one I damaged. Mostly, I just had to pull myself up, man, open up the ambush hatches, open up the ambush hatches to let the guys come in so they can get us out. How could I go through so much trauma my entire life and still be positive? It's simple. The 6 kids that I have, the beautiful wife that I have, the guys in the band that I travel with to go to different wounded transition battalions and perform and then talk about our experiences to help in their healing with their experiences. We each take from our own and we help each other out in that manner. You know, not everybody has the same injuries, but we did share the same fight and the same goal. And now that we're pulled out of the fight and can't get back in, we have to serve a different way. And this is a path that I've chose because it's healing for me. You know, to be able to bring smiles to people's faces, to hear them laugh, you know, that's healing power, man. After the show, we were going to head to Westone and then play for Westone as well. They're a huge supporter of the band Vetted, and they're also a huge supporter of the military as well.
My name is Michelle Daly, and I'm the marketing specialist here at Westone. We are super excited. We love having our artists come in and hang out with us, and today we're getting a performance by Vetted, and we're super excited because we are a military state here in Colorado, and we love supporting our military here.
Hi, I'm Jason Lockwood. I'm the president and CEO of Westone Laboratories. We've been around since 1959. We help people restore their hearing by making custom ear molds for hearing aids. We help people preserve their hearing by making hearing protection of all shapes, sizes, and types. And then we help people enjoy their hearing. We make a whole range of music products, from custom onstage monitors that professional musicians use to universal earphones that people would use who really like to listen to great sounding music. We've been working recently with Vetted. I'm very excited to have recently signed them up as one of our endorsed artists. Really feel passionate about what they do for the military, for wounded warriors. We have done a number of things like that ourselves. Over the years, we have sent hundreds, if not thousands, of our earphones over to the troops overseas because, as I know personally from my brother and my father, you know, there can be periods of downtime and a lot of stress, a lot of long hours, and sometimes it's nice just to be able to relax and listen to some great sounding music over Westone earphones. So, been around since 1959, love what we do, love being in the music business, love working with great bands like Vetted, doing something that's a real worthy cause.
Dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity to be able to perform for Westone, for all the good things that they've done for us. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for the safe trip here. Pray that you give JC a safe trip back to where he needs to go, and us a safe trip back to where we need to go. Let's put on a rocking show for these guys, Lord, and let's have a good time. I'll ask all this in your sweet name, Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Now we got Vetted here, right? Let's hear it out for Vetted. Now Vetted also does something really special. So each and every one of them has their own story, right? Their own story of loss, their own story of injury. And they feel very committed to helping those who need the help the most. So supporting the Wounded Warriors Project, right? Doing world tours, getting out there, entertaining the troops, telling their story, raising money. And so we are very, very proud here at Westone that we're able to sponsor them as an artist, right? Bring them into the family and support them in every way we can. So I really appreciate you guys just taking 10, 15 minutes, appreciating what it is that they do. I'm very proud of the fact that we can help in any way, on stage, with the monitors, promoting the word, getting the word out. And so you should feel very good as you go home and tell your families about this impromptu concert that we had today, about the good work we do here at Westone with good folks like Vetted. All right, so without further ado,
When I got back from tour with Vetted, my mind went straight to, the concert we were gonna have at Gas Monkey. What could we add to the show? What could make it different? What bands were really gonna, finally play with us and commit? And who we were gonna raise money for. But that's when I got a phone call from Cliff from Honor, Courage, Commitment.
So Honor, Courage, Commitment is a veteran empowerment organization that teaches veterans how to become socially responsible entrepreneurs and helps them start their business. We saw the way that Matthew JC and Operation Rock the Troops works at several of their events and had to witness that firsthand, and we thought it would be a really good idea to bring him in and meet our veterans that were going through our class and teach them how to create a video that they can use for a commercial or to help then launch that commercial through social media platforms. And we really are excited and can't wait for him to meet these veterans.
I remember teaching my first class with Honor, Courage, Commitment, and meeting the veterans for the first time and learning about their businesses and what they really wanted to, bring to the table in their business plan. And it was exciting to get the ideas, rolling and bring their vision to life.
My name is Jesse Diana. I'm the founder and executive director of Campbell Hall.
I'm Jeff, founder of Lead the Way Home Savings Program.
Some of the final commercials we came up with the veterans and their businesses were really fun to film, and it was cool to help them bring to life, their ideas. It made me realize that our first pillar in our mission statement of giving back through live entertainment was more than just our band performing. The vision of ORT was really coming to life with now our video productions, as I could see it making a difference with their transition back into the workforce, and that felt real good.
22 Kill is, our mission is to honor those who serve while raising awareness to the fact that 22 veterans a day commit suicide in the United States. So we can't have prevention without the awareness.
So right here, I got one right here, this ring.
Yep.
You got one. So tell me, what is special about this ring? What is the ring? Tell me that.
All right, so this is called the Honor Ring. You can get it at 22kill.com. It is a silent salute to honor anyone that served in the military. So you see somebody wearing this ring, they're either a veteran or they support veterans. And ultimately, that person has your back.
When Jimmy talked to me more about 22 Kill and hanging out at their offices more, I learned a lot more, and I knew I wanted to focus ORT more on their mission, as I felt that with our live events, our video team, there were opportunities that we could engage more veterans, get them off their couch and come to a safe environment where they could all come together. And it just felt like partnering with 22 Kill on that next level was something I really wanted to do.
I remember after one of the classes, I sat down with Matthew and asked him if it'd be possible for them to write, him and his band, to write a 22 Kill theme song. And we thought that would just be something that would be super cool and help us get our message out even more.
The band is always down to write a new song. I mean, we love writing music, what can I say? But when Jimmy and Cliff asked me if we could write like a theme song for 22, I was thinking in the back of my head that our song, The Fight, is perfect. And I mean, that's what we wrote that song for. We just didn't know the 22 Kill mission yet. So at Gas Monkey, I was excited to perform The Fight again, but for the first time, with those guys just, sitting there in the audience. And I knew the song, The Fight, was gonna be perfect for the theme song for 22.
They call me the den mother, which I get. I take care of my family. I've been doing this for over 7 years, done 2 or 3 world tours. I don't know how many shows, countless shows, and each show draws us closer. Well, it's always like an organized chaos at our shows and our events. We'll have over 20 models, maybe 10 plus hair and makeup artists doing their part to make the models ready for the show, for the event. Working with the designers, all the way from the dress rehearsal to the show, is really a challenge, but I take a lot of pride in it to make sure that everything goes well.
Scott Blair, his showroom at the World Trade Center, he's always opened up the doors for us, and he's been there from the start when we did our first Runway Rock show back in, I think it was 2006. He's been with me for almost every single show. I mean, Scott's the best. And Carito Caro is now going to do their second runway show with us, and their clothing is amazing. The models are always excited about getting in their outfits, so this is going to be a good runway show.
The clothes are awesome. I am so excited about what I get to wear. They're really comfortable. Like I want to get some for myself to take home.
The Runway Rock show is something that we are asked to perform when we go on tour with our troops overseas. And over there, seeing their faces when they witness the show for the first time, it's worth every single second of chaos that it takes to put the show on.
So I've known Matthew JC for a couple years now, and
I've known about his shows and all the great things he does for the troops, so pretty excited to step on the stage and just experience it with him.
What's different about this upcoming runway show is that this is the first time that we're going to have female veterans rocking the runway, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to go.
My name is Pamela Jackson, and I was stationed in the United States Air Force from July 2000 to May of 2005, and I was stationed in Simbach Air Base, Germany.
So what makes our runway rock show so unique is it's more than just the glitz and the glam. There's girls on stage and the music is going. It's a way to bring more people on stage to give back to our troops. You know, the girls really don't get paid to be on that stage, and it's because they want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. And it's really fun when the team just kind of grows and there's new people that want to come into the show, and this one's gonna be really special.
Hi, I'm Brianna. We just got done trying on our clothes for the Operation Rock the Troops show. I'm excited about doing this because the troops do so much for us. It's just a small way of giving back and showing our appreciation.
I'm excited to do the show because I just know how it was being in the Air Force, and you had to have keep your hair in a bun and all that stuff, and now I get to be free, let my hair down, have my makeup on, and just strut my stuff.
Now what we're looking for in team members is people that really want to be here, that really want to give, that really want to take this to the next level of just giving back to our veterans, because they have made so many sacrifices. So I'm really looking for people, we as a group are looking for people that want to be a part of this family, that want to be in the fold and give back to others.
This show already felt different as we had more volunteers. The bands that were playing with us were not there just because they wanted to perform, but because they were part of the cause. They wanted to be part of the cause. It really made the anticipation, the build of the show bigger.
So having a little bit of problems today, but we had a lot of different help today that came in. Actually, Stephen Ocha Peterson, the champ of XKO, he came out and helped us. He always does. A good friend Joe. He has donated Operation Rock the Troops, him and his wife donated to us. We're blessed to have him. He even comes out now and helps us. He's a retired veteran. And another one right here, Joel, who's our good friend, Joel's friend, that's Gina Taylor's brother, came out since Joel couldn't be here. This Joel came out and helped us. Seriously, thank you.
Labels out all day.
Labels out. There's a secret about Bud Light. It started with this guy that I met back in, I think it was Austria. His name was Anthonius Morelis. And this guy was one of the coolest guys I've ever met in my life. And oh my God, it's him.
Oh,
Anthony
Morelis?
Anthonius Morelis. And he drinks Bud Light and swears by it as the nectar of the gods. And he just wanted to say thank you, Bud Light, for always being filled in his bar. Appreciate it.
What he said for me.
This concert event featured acoustic performances to start off the night from Eric Royals, Drew Deanna, India, Jordan and Tim, Alexandra, and Jonah. We had the full bands take the stage and really put their hearts and souls into what our mission was. It was Foreplay started it off, Manny the Martyr, our good friends in Atticane, and Vetted closed the night out with a really special acoustic performance.
Paint the mirrors black to forget you, and I still picture your face, the way you used to taste roses in a glass, dead and wilted. You, this all was nothing, everything to you was nothing. You're so empty. You're better off without you. You're better
I'm Lauren Hardaway, and I'm so excited to be out here hosting another Operations Rock the Troops charity event at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. Tonight we're honoring some special veterans, and we're going to find out who is the first recipient of Operation Rock the Troops Music Grant.
I'm Matthew JC. We're back at Operation Rock the Troops live at Gas Monkey, and I have right here a very special person. This is Marina. Marina was on episode 2, where she came out with us to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, where we were raising money for Operation Once in a Lifetime. Now, but Marina, they don't know. Who are you? What's your rank? Where did you serve? Tell me everything.
Okay, my name is Marina Bone. I was actually in the United States Marine Corps. I served for 4 years. I deployed twice to Afghanistan. I got out as a corporal, and here I am.
She's in Dallas now. But what? So how did you hear about Operation Rock the Troops, and why do you like hanging out with us?
You actually reached out to me because you saw that I was a vet, and I was like all for it. Whatever can help the troops, I'm all for it. So I just started coming out to the events, and here I am.
Hey guys, I'm here with Major Andrew White and Patriot Radio Mark, and they have KVGI, and they're going to tell us a little bit about that and why you started it.
Well, first of all, big hoo-ah to all my veterans out there. We started KVGI Radio simply for a way to better communicate to not only just veterans, but the world. We're all about reaching out and going outside the box, thinking and hitting all people. Our show and our station deals with a variety of different talk shows, ranging from veteran talk shows to business, to entrepreneurship, to music, just like we have tonight out here, The Crush. KVGI is all about going outside the box, and we are without limits. That is what our show is about. We're forward thinking. We're out there wanting to do more for others out there and be able to give them a platform where they may not traditionally have that platform to go out and speak about whatever topics are out there. And most of all, we like to have fun supporting our troops. Operation Rock the Troops, that's what it's all about. Hoorah!
Operation Rock the Troops, absolutely. We're having a lot of fun tonight here. Tell me about how you guys can reach more people and why specifically Operation Rock the Troops is going to help you guys.
Well, because our radio station was veteran-based when we started, we have the opportunity to actually take this to a different level on the internet and just to be able to stream it to everybody. The idea that terrestrial radio is kind of fading out, internet radio has been in for years, so we just wanted to give back to the community. So we give back to veterans, we give back to local musicians, and we actually give a voice back out to them to be able to be broadcast, to be heard, just because, why? Why not? Because we can. And we love to support music, we love to support veterans, that's all we do.
So Joe, are you one of our donators?
Yes, I am. Me and my wife are proud sponsors of Operation Rock the Troops.
And what exactly made you want to be part of this event with us today?
After getting to see it the first time a few months ago, seeing how passionate Matthew was about helping the troops and supporting them, and I felt like, as a veteran myself, I just wanted to give back.
I'm Matthew JC. We're at Operation Rock the Troops live at Gas Monkey. I'm here with our lead singer. This is Christian Sly. How are you? Now, Christian Sly, what makes him amazing, besides the fact that he sings like an angel, besides the fact that he actually wanted to be in a band with me, is amazing. That you've done it now for over 7 years is amazing. And over that time, we've gone on tour all over the world. We've put on shows all over the country. But what's interesting is this man right here, as you can see, have these beautiful dreads. It's a kind of cool thing to do, rock and roll. Few people can pull it off, and this guy's pulled it off forever. It's been his look. It's been your image for a long time. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing tonight with your dreads?
Before we hit the stage, we're gonna go up and I'm gonna cut them all off, and we're gonna auction off about 8 or 9 of them live. A few of them are already spoken for, but we're gonna do that all and let people throw all the money they want to throw at the troops, because that's where all the money's going. So
that's what's up. Anybody can do something different. Anybody can do something to help the troops. One of the missions with JC All-Stars is none of us have been veterans. None of us have ever done anything, but it doesn't matter. All you have to do if you want to change something that you don't like is actually go do the work. Go do it. And what we did best was music, and we went overseas with our troops, and we didn't know what we were doing other than we knew we wanted to do it, but it became all of this.
Absolutely.
I'm here with Sergeant Terrell, who is part of the Color Guard, Colton. Tell me about Matthew JC, how you guys met and what made you want to be a part of Operation Rock the Troops.
Well, I mean,
I've been working a lot of charities. We do a lot of, military events, different, color guards for certain, funding charities such as here at Gas Monkey. And, we just kind of met over the years. We have some mutual friends as well. And, he just, got me involved, and I've been kind of helping out with him every once in a while whenever we can do something for each other.
So tell me about the color guard. What made you want to get involved and exactly what you do?
Well, I'm actually a recruiter myself, but being a part of the color guard, any Marine can, as long as we practice, we know officially through our Sergeant Major, through the command, being a part of something that honors, something that represents military, veterans. It's just anything that we can actually do to, kind of bring awareness to something as far as the Marine Corps itself. And that kind of honors, either our fallen troops or honors the Marine Corps itself and this great nation.
I mean, if it weren't for organizations like he's got, like you got, and all the other ones around, it'd just be another statistic of somebody who commits suicide.
Right on, man. I'm glad that you're here, bro. Dude,
too.
First off, are you a fan of rock music?
Rock, I love almost, I hate to say this as a Texan.
You like Nickelback? Cool.
The only thing that does, no, I don't like Nickelback. I don't like Nickelback. I just never got into country. I love everything.
We don't do country.
Yeah, I love all kinds of
You're
music.
about to hear the JC All-Stars tonight, and I'm going to give you this right now. Here, hold this. Put it on me right here. So this right here.
What do you got, man? Let me see this.
That is our dog tag. My goal is to hand out 100,000 copies of these. This is our album. This is our music album. Our goal is to hand out 100,000 copies right here. Check it out.
It's actually looks
boom.
Really...
Oh! You guys see that?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. So hold on, I want to give this to you. I want to give this proper. I'm going to shake your hand. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, man.
I love you, bro.
My friend Jake, who's the lead singer of Many, the Martyr, I met him a long time ago at one of our other concerts, and when I asked him to play the show, I really didn't realize that he had a brother that served overseas, and how his brother, never made it home. And I didn't realize that what the impact this show was going to be, because I believe the same night was the night of his brother's birthday, and I think he had something special planned, and it was really cool to have him out there.
You sing in a band. Tell me about your band and why you're here.
Well, band's Many the Martyr. We're here to support the troops tonight and hang out with Matthew JC and support what they're doing.
So you have more ties to what's going on tonight than most people would probably see. So can you tell me a little bit about what exactly it means to you on this special day specifically?
Yeah, I mean, it's tonight's my brother's birthday. He passed away doing Operation Enduring Freedom over in Afghanistan in 2011, and really tonight was just a chance to celebrate a really great cause and also celebrate his life and his sacrifice for all of us.
Everybody on the count of 3, let's say happy birthday, Jared, and then you just let go, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Right before the JC All-Stars hit the stage, it's a perfect time, because you have a captive audience to tell them exactly who you are, what's your mission, who you're raising money for, so they know exactly, when they pay at the door or buy merch, where we're going to be donating the money to.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are my good friends, the band Vetted that's going to play after us. This is James. This is Shannon. I just came back on tour with these guys. We went up to Fort Carson's in Colorado. We played at the USO. Guys, tell them what Vet is about real quick and why you guys play on the bases, where you guys are stationed, that whole 9 yards.
So, long story short, when words fail, music speaks, and we've all learned this personally. And so we want to give back to the guys that are going through the experiences that we've already faced and give them a little bit of hope when they're transitioning out of the military. That's why we travel the country, playing at the Wounded Warrior facilities on the active duty bases, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force, to give back to these guys for the experiences that we've learned and the hardships that we've gone through.
We give back to our U.S. troops, active and veterans, through live entertainment, a music education platform with free music lessons to them and their family members, And once a year, we give out a music grant to a troop or military group who uses music to give back to their community. And ladies and gentlemen, the first annual grant is going to Vetted.
And that was really special to kind of like activate the crowd, and it was cool because I think we even got the crowd to join in with us in some push-ups, and that really felt special.
One of the things we do at 22 Kill is you have to earn your ring. Who knows about earning your ring? There you go, there you go. So in order to earn your 22 Kill ring, you have to humble yourself. You have to do 22 push-ups. Who's going to do 22 push-ups with Matthew and the guys up here on the stage? Who's going to do them? Everybody, we're going to start right now. Everybody get down on your chest. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody down. Ready, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Hey guys, that's awesome.
I called up JC. We did the first event at Gas Monkey with him. Huge success. I heard he was. I saw him line. He had a second event coming up. We had just had a member of our organization that had an overdose, and it really hit and died from it. It really hit hard with our organization, and we wanted to partner with him to push out a show in his memory, so to speak. And we had another person that contacted me that really needed help, and I contacted JC, and he said, absolutely, we'll bring you all guys on the show. Huge success, all of his events, very engaging for veterans, and just very grateful.
One of the cool things about this show is when Christian Sly, our lead singer, called me up before the show, and he was like, Matt, I want to cut my dreads off, but what if we cut off my dreads and people come up on stage and they cut them off and we donate all the money to the charities? And I was kind of blown away by that, because I mean, he could have easily just cut his hair before the show and looked prim and proper for the show, but he was like, man, it's about the troops. Let's do something different. And I was down with it.
Drop it down. I'm going to bring out our color guard right now. National anthem this place up. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Ray for the band Attitude.
Tonight, we performed The Fight again, but it feels like it's for the first time, because now it takes up this new mission of 22 Kill. And I'm really excited about relaunching this song and promoting it with a new music video on social media, and letting them spread it out to their fans to really kind of tell the story of 22 Kill in a cool way behind the song.
These morals we've traded could be our own demise. With vows that we've taken to break down all your lies. What we have found is we're all just the same. No turning back. Will you fight for me? Will you fight for me? Will you raise your hands, make your final stand now? Will you fight for me? And soon now, it's coming in. The storm rages, everything is off again. No, we can't survive without you by our side. No, it's here now. The storm begins. The war rages, everything starts again. No, we can't survive without you by our side. No courage without some pain. We cherish the life you gave. Will you fight for me? Will you raise your hands, make your final stand now? Will you fight for me?
There was definitely something in the air that night. The models were at the top of their game. Hair and makeup was there. They showed up big time. The clothes looked amazing from Carito Caro and Scott Blair Group. And this show, more veterans and military charities showed up than I've ever seen before. And it was just humbling as we kind of took to the stage that night and performed in front of a packed house.
Don't slow your pace. Bring it on.
At the end of the concert, we finally, the bookkeeper, did all the money for us. We raised over $5,000, and we were able to donate to Warrior Angels Foundation, 22 Kills, and help raise money for the first music grant for Vetted, which I was really excited about.
Yeah, after the show, we were fortunate enough to have raised money, Matt JC and Operation Rock the Troops, and with that was able to fund one individual for treatment through Warrior Angels Foundation. And since that time, this individual has had just a massive turnaround, coming back from a traumatic brain injury, and they're now their ability to live life, to make the proper decisions, to influence, to be motivated is all back. And that is not a specific or special scenario with this individual. This is something that we're able to do on a regular basis through the right treatment mechanisms. And again, none of that happens without Operation Rock the Troops and their help at that awesome event at Gas Monkey.
I met Matthew JC through a mutual friend a few years back. And I loved his concept about Operation Rock the Troops at the time. But whenever I first went to one of the concerts, I didn't know what to expect. But when I did, it blew me away. They really help veterans get up off the couch, get out of the house, and come to an event where they're being honored and they can be together, have that camaraderie, have the brotherhood, and in an event where they're getting rocked out. And you're together with your brothers. You're not sitting at home thinking about the bad stuff. And you get to go and you listen to the messages they send, and you get to watch all these people come together. And it's so far reaching at this point, having them reach out to veterans, that we're coming together now as a community. And it's really making a difference. It's made a difference in my life. It got me up off the couch and out of my cell of the house. And I'm really grateful for it.
When Jimmy and Cliff called me to the office after the show and brought up Joining Forces even more now with their idea of a coast-to-coast tour this summer, and really bring a push to the awareness of 22 Kills initiative and our Operation 22 mission, it was a no-brainer. JC All-Stars, Operation Rock the Troops, we're in. But that's when I shared with them some exciting news of our own, as we partnered up with Randall Reed and his mission through Sarascan and the Inlight Wellness product that basically is going to change the way that people light it up.
We knew that there was something special going on here when Randall said, hey, I want to give you guys a shout out for your new initiative called Operation 22.
My son Stephen is an Army Ranger who serves in Afghanistan for our country right now. And patriots often ask, how can I help veterans? Well, allow me to share an initiative launched by 22 Kill, coined Operation 22.
And then before he left the building, he said, I want to earn one of those honor rings that you guys have, and I want to do my push-ups for my son who's serving in Afghanistan.
Up 20, up 21, up 22. Be on your feet.
Go ahead. Right on, thanks. That was awesome. Good job, man. Thank you. It was an awesome day, and it was a privilege to have him here.
One of the cool things that I was able to do with 22 Kill was they asked me to come out and film this movie that just came out about these two veterans that drove cross country, and where their idea for our Coast to Coast tour came from was this movie Project 22 from these guys, these veterans, Doc and Daniel. And after filming that event for those guys, I realized, you know, sometimes a meeting over the phone is one thing, but a face-to-face is something else. And you know, me and some of the guys and Jackal, we flew out to LA to meet with them and talk more in depth about the Coast to Coast tour, just the initiative about the veteran suicide and traumatic brain injury, just to let them know not only that we supported them, but we were ready to kind of get on the cycles with them and do this Coast to Coast tour. You know, one of the best things to happen to us in 2015 was, you know, before when we started this mission was just kind of our team kind of pushing it, but I realized when we started the charity, we really needed to start a military advisory board. And, you know, after touring with them with Vetted and after some of the local shows that we've done, Sergeant Stephen Jackal, you know, I asked him, I was like, hey, you want to be on our military advisory board? And because to me, he was the motivator, and that's kind of what we nicknamed him. I mean, he is the motivator. And to have him on our team, that's really special. And it's something I'm looking forward to as we keep going, you know, bring him on the stage. He's now going to announce us, and he's going to bring a lot to the table. I'm glad that he's with us.
What I'm really excited about next is our new film, Light Up to Live. It's going to bring awareness and a huge platform for traumatic brain injury.
So now here we are, and what's next? Well, the JC All-Stars, we just wrote a new theme song for our movie that we're going to be filming called Light Up to Live. And it really brings to light the awareness of traumatic brain injury and the 22 veterans that are committing suicide a day. And to have this opportunity to write a song and do a music video about basically the product In Life Wellness and the technology behind it that's really giving veterans, and not just veterans, people a second chance at life. It's really exciting and funny, I guess you could say, when passionate people all connect and all have that same mission. It's amazing what can happen. I mean, this is game changing. We now have our mission, so maybe this summer you'll join us on the road and help us light it up.
try.